we have new evidence against Illuminati. Hello everyone, it's Mr. Troll delivering an update, and in case you don't remember this, Illuminati was recently exposed for being a manipulator, liar, and snake, and all of that. She used to be a member of Sad Milk, and based on all the allegations made against her, I completely understand why the milk was sad and not happy. But now we got another person speaking out against Illuminati, and this time it's really interesting, because this is not just another person, this is her ex-boyfriend speaking out against her. Now note that speaking about Illuminati is very dangerous, because she sends cease and desist letters to pretty much anyone who says anything negative about her, which, yes, I think is an extremely immature behavior, but nonetheless, it puts people in danger if they do speak out. Therefore, observe that I am not gonna give my personal opinions on Illuminati in this video. I will only relay to everyone what the ex-boyfriend has said and give my personal opinions on what he had said. After all, those are all allegations, even if we have a ton of evidence that support all the allegations. But I think everyone should be able to form their own opinion based on all the information they receive.
Howdy everyone, I'm Oz, in the flesh. No cartoon avatar this time. I'm making this because I'm giving an update to both my regular viewers and those who are here for something a bit more specific. I need to make everyone aware, for reasons that I hope this update will make clear. For my safety, I need to put a short and temporary pause on production of my video on Illuminati. I just need to put things on a lower burn and return to regular content for the time being, for many reasons. Some of them being the honest truth that I can't afford to continue at this rate, both fiscally and physically. Illuminati has taken this to a legal front, using the courts because of how poorly things went for her on the internet. Illuminati started a fight with a lawyer on Twitter, accused him of copying her style, which then led to other content creators and past collaborators speaking out about their past interactions with her, where she would then post a suicide note of one of her former employees for the world to see as an attempted own.
So, a quick reminder. The only reason Illuminati got exposed was because she felt the need to accuse a lawyer of copying her editing style. If she hasn't been that juvenile, she would have still been a popular and well-respected YouTuber who probably continues to manipulate and lie to all her workers.
Full transparency, which will be explored more in my future video, Blair and I dated. We were a couple for a decent chunk of time. This puts me in an ungodly complicated situation of doing everything that I can to try and separate the relationship drama from the public drama, as in the process of dating her, there are a lot of things which I bore witness to. I need to pump the brakes and change directions so I won't be homeless come Christmas. Because that's when Blair set my home to foreclose, right before Christmas. And yes, Blair has the power to set the foreclosure sale. That I was mortified that if I spoke out against Blair or even dared to cross her, that she would retaliate with taking my home from me. When I did speak out, as many of you are aware, Blair sent me a cease and desist. A cease and desist, by the way, over a Twitter thread which she apologized for not only in her video, but as well as privately. I've lived the last 4 months of my life with the looming threat of Blair's retaliation. And truth being, from my understanding, she could have done this as early as June. From legal threats to trying to take my home, which wouldn't be surprising, considering Blair's alleged white-collar crimes I intend to expose with evidence.
If everything he's saying is true, then Illuminati is a really unpleasant person. The fact that he might become homeless because he speaks out against someone he used to be in a relationship with, that's... oh, Like, there are a lot of horrible people on this world, and if you give them power, they will use that power to do horrible things. I mean, take a look at the guy with the mustache, you know, during World War II. And so apparently, Illuminati is pretty much like that.
Now, let's talk about how Blair is even able to foreclose on me. What put her in a position of power beyond a landlord? A mortgagee, which in my eyes is something even worse. As I briefly stated previously, Blair and I dated. We started when I was 20 and she was 28. In the beginning, Blair walked me into several poor financial decisions. My naivety caused me to believe her reassurances that I could handle all of the financial obligations being dropped onto my shoulders by someone more experienced in life than I was. Why these obligations were placed onto me? At the time, Blair had bad credit, so all of the purchases, loans, everything was being placed in my name. This included the car that she purchased then revoked from Wonderstruck. I was on the loan as a cosigner only because of my credit at the time.
I usually say that when it comes to dating, age doesn't matter. As long as the relationship works, I have no right to destroy something so beautiful. But in this case, it seems like the only reason Illuminati was dating someone 8 years younger than her was to manipulate him and take advantage of him for her own personal gains. Like I said, if all of this is true, then Illuminati really is an unpleasant person.
The financial responsibilities that I incurred would stack up on me, building a mountain of monthly debt that would lead me into several financially tight months and eventually just breaking. This would lead me to asking Blair, my partner, for financial help for things such as my home, which she was living in. Help from my partner, who at any given time would be making up to 30 times my monthly income. This ledger also includes things such as a non-refundable design fee and land deposit on a multi-million-dollar custom home that she threatened to break up with me if I didn't agree to proceed on this with her. This ledger would creep into the range of $180,000, an insurmountable amount where I don't even understand how she got there. That number ballooned higher and higher, the number ever increasing, and I never questioned it out of guilt for needing help. Guilt from her telling everyone, from her friends to my friends, to her employees, to hell, even her Discord staff, about my finances, oftentimes unprompted. My own partner, the person who was supposed to be my other half, was actively putting me in a position where she was chipping away at my mental health. I was afraid to tell anyone what was happening because she had convinced me that I was a parasite. When you're around Blair, your world revolves around her. In my case, my home was hers, despite her name not being on it. I had no friends out in Colorado, a state that I moved to at the behest of Blair. Only Blair's friends were out here. All of my connections had to be approved by her. I wasn't allowed to be friends with people she didn't like, such as Click and One Topic, or even Wonder, once that bridge was burned and reduced to cinders.
Wow. Just wow. I have stated in my previous videos about Illuminati that she has some kind of mental illness and she needs to seek help. Instead of sending cease and desist letters to everyone, she could actually spend that time on seeking help and becoming a better person so that she may regain the popularity she once had. Just saying. Just saying.